welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing my October TBR video. My October TBR is very much on theme for October and autumn. I'm being quite ambitious with the amount of books I'm going to read this month, but we'll see how it goes. So without further ado, I'll talk about the first book. The first book that I'm talking about is one I'm currently reading, but as I started it around the 1st of October, I'm counting it as October TBR. But this is The House on Devil's Lane by Sarah Hawley, and I'm really impressed with it so far. I'm finding it really quite tense. It's definitely a paranormal thriller, I want to say. Definitely has some horror vibes going on, but I absolutely love it. I'm reading this as part of a collaboration with Love Book Tours on Instagram, and I'll give the blurb a quick read. When Kat Riley moves in with her partner Steve, she discovers that his quaint family home, deep in the Durham countryside, appears to have a mind of its own. Coping with new motherhood and her own dark secret, Kat is plunged into a world of paranormal podcasts, wild conspiracy theories, and internet trolls which threaten her safety and her sanity. Is this place really haunted, or are the ghosts closer to home? The House on Devil's Lane is a chilling tale of domestic noir and things that go bump in the night. I'm finding this a really easy read. The chapters are really short, and so far I'm thoroughly enjoying it. And I'll definitely be doing a full review on my Instagram, which is, as always, at Girl of Books and Wheels. But yeah, I just thought I'd share what I'm currently reading at the beginning of October, which is The House on Devil's Lane by Sarah Hawley. This next book is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore, and this is going to be featured heavily in most of my October videos because I think it's just the epitome of autumn, fall, all the cozy, comfy vibes. It's a romance, it's a spicy romance, I believe, which just fills me with joy and cozy vibes because I can't wait to snuggle under a blanket and read it. I am very behind on the trend of reading this because I do realise this is kind of like a 4-5 book series now, and I'm only just starting to get to this series, so I have always said in my videos that I do not read popular books when they are popular. That's mainly just because I read that much and that often that I never get to them, and this is upside down. I never get to them when they are first released. So a lot of you have probably read The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore before I have, but I'm going to go with it. Tell me your thoughts and opinions in the comments below if you really enjoyed it, or just give me your opinions. I want to see people's reviews because I'm so behind on reading the popular books, I often miss out on the reviews, and I don't think Goodreads always gives you the best opinion of books. But without further ado, I'll read the blurb. When Jeannie's aunt gives her the beloved Pumpkin Spice Cafe in the small town of Dream Harbour, Jeannie jumps at the chance for a fresh start away from her very dull desk job. Logan is a local farmer who avoids Dream Harbour's gossip at all costs. But Jeannie's arrival disrupts Logan's routine, and he wants nothing to do with the irritatingly upbeat new girl except that he finds himself inexplicably drawn to her. Will Jeannie's happy-go-lucky attitude win over the grumpy but gorgeous Logan? Or has this city girl found the one person in town who won't fall for her charm or her pumpkin spice lattes? I'll admit, I'm not a coffee girl, I'm not a pumpkin spice latte girl, but I might have to try one just to get involved with the vibes of this book. And I can't wait to do a review at the end of the month to see how I've got on. So yeah, this is The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Laurie Gilmore. Now this next book is again a collaboration with Love Book Tours on Instagram, which I'll be doing a review for on, I believe it's the second week or third week of October. Actually, The House on Devil's Lane is the second week of October, and this is the third, or it's a bit later on in October anyway. But this is A Sin and a Half by, and I can't remember the author, so bear with me, Robin Abbott. It's part of a new series, which I'm really excited to read about, and yeah, when I saw that they were doing this as an arc read, I just got really excited because it sounds right up my street. So let me read the blurb. Folk magic, foreboding, omens, feminine rage. In a crumbling outpost on the edge of an empire lived 97 magical beings. Among them, a midwife privy to people's past lives, a shaman hiding a dangerous medical condition, and a guard constantly berated by the crystals he carries in his pocket. That some of the realm's last remaining humans, and they spend their days overcharging the tourists who come to gawk at their dying species. But when a theatrical warlord arrives at their doorstep demanding tribute in the form of a young woman, they're forced to consider a brutal crime that could bind their fates and change the shape of the realm forever. A dark, unhinged fantasy full of intersecting love stories and heartbreaking human choices. So this definitely sounds like a dark and twisty read that's perfect for those cold October nights that I normally hate. I'm really looking forward to reading it. It's definitely a big chunky book, which could hinder what else I read on my TBR. I'm hoping it doesn't too much because there's a lot of books that I want to read this month. But yeah, this is A Sin and a Half by Robin Abbott, and you'll see the review later on in the month on my Instagram. Now, from now on, the books are going to get quite a theme going on. We'll just ignore the note that dropped out of that because I got it gifted from me from Amazon by someone. This is The Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. And I'm also very excited to read this one. I love a good witchy themed book and witchcraft in general, so I'm really excited to have a lot of books like this to read in the next month or so. I've heard, again, a lot of good things about this book, and I really can't wait to give it a read. So this says, she found magic in the most unlikely of places. Minka Moon follows 3 rules. Hide your magic, keep your head down, and stay away from other witches. Mika is good at being alone, and she doesn't mind it, mostly. But when she's invited to teach 3 young witches at the mysterious Nowhere House, Mika jumps at the chance for a different life, as she comes to care for its quirky inhabitants and Jamie, the handsome but prickly librarian. Belonging somewhere feels like a real possibility, but magic isn't the only danger in the world. Is it worth risking everything to protect the fan family Mika didn't know she was looking for? A warm and uplifting novel about an isolated witch whose opportunity to embrace a new family and a new love changes the course of her life. So this is very much cozy witchy vibes with a fan family aspect, which I always love, because I really do adore fan family. So this will be such a cute read, especially close to Halloween. I'm really excited. So this is The Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. I am very much immensely excited for this book. This is a book that I'm going to be doing a read along with a friend. However, I'm very much aware that I'll probably read this very quick, because I read the last one very quick. It's the Witchy series by Sarah Hawley, and this one is the second, and it's A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch. The first one was A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon, which I read last October and absolutely loved. And that there is another one coming out, a werewolf something or other. I think it's a werewolf and a vampire, but I'm not sure, so don't quote me on that. But I'm very excited to get my hands on that as well. But yeah, this series is absolutely hilarious. Very magical, but also very comedic, and I absolutely love it. So this says, Caladia Cunnington knows she's rough around the edges and a hot temper can get the best of her. So when she stops a demon attack one night, she's horrified to realise the man she saved is none other than the cold-hearted Astaroth. Astaroth is a legendary member of the Demon High Council, or at least he was, suffering from amnesia after being stripped of his immortality and banished to the mortal plane. Astaroth doesn't know why a demon called Marok is after him, nor why the angry hot, in a terrifying way, witch hates him so much. Caladia grudgingly agrees to help Astaroth find the witch who might be able to restore his memory, vowing that once Astaroth is cured, she'll kick his ass. But the more time she spends with the snarky yet utterly charming demon, the more she realises she likes the new, improved Astaroth, and maybe she doesn't want him to recover his memories after all. I know with most series that are kind of witchy and magical, you don't always have to read the first one. But with this series, because there's such heavy links, I would highly recommend reading the first one, which again is A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon. It's got a green cover, and it does look very much like this. But yeah, I can't wait to buddy read this, and I think it's going to be an exciting read. So this is A Demon's Guide to Wooing a Witch by Sarah Hawley. Now this one is a bit of an outlier in my October magical witchy reads, because this is Restless Dolly Maunder by Kate Grenville. I always want to say Greenville, but it's not, it's Grenville. And this is for my book club that I've started going to. So it'll be a nice break in between all of my witchy goodness, to read a book that is centered around feminism and feminine power in and around the Second World War, I believe. So let me give you the blurb. Born into the sweat and drudgery of a New South Wales sheep farm at the end of the 19th century, Dolly Maunder is different to her siblings. She will not endure the small, servile existence of a wife. Dolly, bright, ambitious and stubborn, dreams of a different fate, of building something that she truly owns. She will do whatever it takes to be the woman she deserves to be. Even with a husband and children, Dolly pushes the boundaries of what is proper and what a wife and mother ought to do. As war spreads across Europe and the rules are forever changed, but every life has its limits. What happens when Dolly's wanderlust finally risks taking her too far? It's 230-something pages. It's a short read. It sounds really good, really empowering, and I think I was wrong when I said it was a Second World War. I believe it's the first, but I'm not sure. It's one of the world wars, and it's female empowerment, so it sounds like a really cute read, and I can't wait to discuss Restless Dolly Maunder by Kate Grenville with my book club. Now, this next book, again, back to all the witchy, twisty, dark vibes, is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. This book and a couple of the other ones that I've talked about did heavily feature in my fall and autumn book ideas video, which should hopefully come out before this one because I'm editing it as we speak and as I film. And I'm really excited to read this book because it's been on my list for a while. I do know it's a TV show. I'm not watching the TV show yet. I would rather read the books first and then put up with the TV show. It's not any good. But yeah, this is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. A world of witches, demons and vampires. A manuscript which holds the secrets of their past and the key to their future. Diana and Matthew, the forbidden love at the heart of it all. And there is a heck of a lot of praise for Deborah Harkness on the back of this book. So I'm thinking it must be a really good series. It's a big hefty book, so I don't know how long this will take me to read. I say that it'll only take me like 3 or 4 days probably, because that's the type of reader I am. But I can't wait to get myself stuck into a brand new dark and twisty, witchy, paranormal thriller. So yeah, this is definitely one I'm looking forward to, probably the most on my TBR, and it is A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness. Now, this next book is definitely probably more comedic relief than anything really October themed, but it seems like it suits a little bit, and I'm kind of good for the comic. I'm kind of going to be very glad for the comic relief between all the darkness that I'm reading. This is The Accidental Medium by Tracy Whitwell. Again, a smaller book, which I'm glad about, and I believe this is also the first in a series that Tracy Whitwell has written, which features a medium. It says, meet Tans, the accidental medium, who, with the help of the dead, is about to become an unwilling crime solver. Tans is a wine-loving, straight-talking, once successful TV actress from Gateshead, whose career has shriveled like an antique walnut. She's still grieving for her friend Frank, who died in a car crash 3 years ago, and she has to find a normal job in London to fund her cocktail habit. When she starts work in a new age shop, Tan suddenly discovers that the voices she's hearing in her head are not just her imagination working overtime, but are in fact messages from beyond the grave. Alarmed, she confronts her little mum and discovers she's from a long line of psychic mediums. Despite an exciting new avenue of life opening up to Tans, darkness isn't far away. All too soon there's murder in the air. I absolutely love the use of mediumship in crime solving. I think there's even a TV show about it on Amazon, which is in New Zealand, and they use like psychics and stuff to try get clues to cold cases, which I really love. And I just love reading books that feature both murder and mediumship. So I think this will be a really good, maybe not as light as I was expecting to read, but still very much lighter than some of the other books I've got in my TBR this month. And I believe they're still at the works. I think I've seen them a few times. So yeah, this was in the 360 deal, which again, can't not. It's like getting a free book. But yeah, this is The Accidental Medium by Tracy Whitwell. So all of these books are part of my October TBR, and I couldn't be more excited. On my little TBR shelf I do have that I'm currently covering, I do have some spares if I get a bit bored of the witchy voodoo theme. But I can't see me doing it. It's the only month where I really do dig into a theme and stick to it. So I'm really excited. I'll definitely be giving reviews along the way, either in video form, whether that being on a YouTube or maybe a reel on Instagram. So if you don't have me on Instagram, I would suggest giving me a follow. It's Girl of Books and Wheels, like most of my social media. As always, I'll leave the link in the description of the video so you can find it that way, as well as my story graph and my Goodreads, which I'm going to start leaving as well. But yeah, if you've got to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.